Morning, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to WestysAngling. You're joining me and Papa West today for probably one of the most heavily requested videos on the channel, which is a dad versus lad challenge on the double method feeders at High Hayes Fishery. Now, High Hayes is actually the perfect venue for today, and I'm going to tell you why. The carp have been spawning across most of the northwest this week. As you can tell, it's a really drizzly, rainy morning today, but it has been super hot this last week or so, which has brought them into spawn. And I can tell they've been spawning here because there's quite a few dead fish dotted about. The owner has been round this morning, he's picked a few out, but I can still see them. Unfortunately, that's an occupational hazard when you're a fishery owner, to find things like this. It is sad, and I'm sure it's absolutely gutting to lose so many fish, but it's nature, it's what happens. They really go at it and they damage themselves when the carp are spawning. But the reason why this is a perfect venue for today is there's so many mixed species at High Hayes. There's really good bream, there's really good tench, there's barbel, there's good-eyed, there's crucians, there's goldfish. There's so many other species for us to target today on the double method feeders when the carp won't be feeding. So that's why we're here. So absolutely brilliant venue for it. We're really excited to get going. If you're wondering where Papa West is, well, I've been an absolute numpty again, and I forgot my chair. How do you forget your chair? But I have. Driven all the way from Manchester and I've forgot my fishing chair. So my dad's just nipped home, he doesn't live too far away, and he's going to pick up his spare chair for me to use today. But I don't know what's wrong with me recently. I just keep forgetting things. It's because I'm rushing about all the time and I've got so many things to do that I just end up forgetting stuff. So he won't be long, he's probably going to be about 5 or 10 minutes. But in the meantime, there's some things that I want to show you, like both of our setups. Okay folks, so without further ado, let's get into the setups. I'm going to show you a couple of things. We'll wait till my dad gets back and we'll start the challenge. It's just going to be a simple challenge today. It's going to be most fish caught, and it's going to be biggest fish caught between me and my dad, and we'll see who wins once and for all. Who is the better fisherman at the double method feeders? Rightio folks, let's get into it while we're waiting for my dad to come back. So last night I tried the overnight pellet hack. So I've got the pellets pre-mixed. These are a mixture of, and I'm going to show you, my own brand pellets. We've got caramel cream, and we've also got chocolate orange there. So they're the pellets that I've got mixed up in this tub for today's session. Me and my dad are both using the same pellets to make it a very, very fair test, but we will be using different hook baits to give a little bit of an edge. So I'll be using a Westys Wafters, I'm sure my dad will as well, but I might try mixing it up during the day, try a couple of different colours, whatever. It's absolutely perfect fishing conditions today. We've got a really heavy drizzle on, and I really hope you can hear me, because sometimes what happens is when raindrops get into the microphone on the GoPro, I sound all muffled and horrible. So hopefully that's not happened. I won't know until I get home and I start editing the footage. But all we do with these are absolutely jam-packed in, so you actually need to put them into another tub and fluff them up a bit. So let's do some fluffing. And as you can see, they're brilliant, them. They're going to be perfect for the method feeder. So half for me there. That should be enough for a session, but like I said, I've got more if I need to mix more up. But they come out absolutely perfect. Probably a little bit soft for my liking. I usually like my method feeder pellets a little bit harder, but other than that, they're fine. While he's trailing back home and getting my chair, bless him. How does he get this out? That's a pain, isn't it? Does he stuff that right in? Does he do this every time? How annoying. Couldn't bother with that, could you? There we go, that's his stuff out. Empty his bucket, pellets in, and what you do is, like I said, you fluff them up. So you break them all up, get your hand through them, and as you can see, the method feeder ready. So that's his stuff sorted for when he comes back. I'm going to be fishing double flatbed method feeders today, and this is the other thing that I wanted to show you. So many people have been moaning at me for just using a standard unhooking mat. Apparently that's not good enough for a fishing YouTuber, so this is what we've gone out and upgraded to: a Quorum Opportunist bag mat. As you can see, you get a little hideaway case for the mat itself. So let's put that in there, and that velcros in. As you can see, I've still got the label on it, that's how new it is, which has just fallen off, but there you go. So we've got an unhooking mat with sides there now. Absolute fish care at its finest. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put my carp cure liquid in there, ready to go. Happy days. Let's get my dad's rods together so that we can literally start the challenge as soon as he gets back. He's using his Grace Prodigy 1 1/4 test, and we'll ask my dad's opinion on the Quorum Opportunist bag mat, because I know most of you appreciate his opinions, so we'll see what he thinks of it. I've not showed it him yet. He was probably wondering what it was this morning, and it's my goal to actually minimize my tackle down and be able to get rid of that big hold hole and literally just use that as a bag. So I'd have that, my feeder chair which I forgot, and that bag mat. Absolute hero, Dad. You don't mind. It's all right, don't worry. Don't worry. Better than no chair. Right, what do you think of this, Dad? What are your thoughts on it? Quorum Opportunist bag mat, and what happens is the inside bit that the fish touch, you can pack it away in that at the end of the day, so you're not getting stuff all over the bag. Not too bad, is it? You can use this one for your fish, Dad. Right, I've already been through what we're doing today, and decent conditions, isn't it, Dad?
Oh yeah, usual wet Lancashire.
Yeah, it is. Are we ready to go? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so at least we're all set up and we can sit under our brollies. That's why we're fishing bite alarms today. I know a lot of you wanted me to fish tip rods again, but we'll have to wait till next session for that. I've put everything together for you, Dad. Just check everything. No, I've not. You just left them on from last time, Dad. So yeah, if I sound like I'm underwater at any point today, folks, you'll have to forgive me. It's perfect fishing conditions, but not necessarily perfect filming conditions. Okay, so where am I going to be fishing today? I'm definitely going to have a rod down this margin. Let's bait up underneath this tree. Now we'll have to be straight on that, and I'm going to start off down that margin over there as well, folks. Even though I don't think the carp are going to be feeding, but you never know. Usually knocks it out of them for a couple of weeks after spawning, which is why it's good to get out and target some other species like we're doing today. So wafters I'm going to be sticking with today. I've got some mainline match, I've got some different goos and glazes, Hinder's liquid booster, what else, Westys wafters obviously, and we're all good to go there. I'm going to start off on the Westys wafters. They're just what I've got left over from the last pot from the last session, so let's put a couple of them on. We'll start off on the double Westys wafters, and then we can change up hook baits a little bit later on in the day, can't we? Decent size hook, size 12 feeder hooks. Hold on, Dad, what time are we stopping? So it's 7:15 now, so we will stop the challenge at 1:30. Okay, right, so let's get my dad a clicker
Number of species, quantity, and the biggest.
Yeah, that's it.
Try and figure that out.
Yeah. So number of species, quantity, most quantity of fish, and the biggest fish. So there you go, Dad. That's your clicker. As soon as we get the clickers out, everything goes to crap, doesn't it, Dad? We never catch anything when the clickers come out. Well, people think that you're the more skilled angler, so if anything, I should have a handicap. Right. See, he's distracting me now by talking. This is a tactic, this, folks, honestly. When does he ever talk normally? I'm not going to bury the hook bait in on the first cast, folks. I am going to have 3 lines, so the 2 margin lines, and then I'm going to have a line over. I'm just going to cap this a little bit. There you go. Let's get this one down the margin here first. You'll be surprised how quick that one goes off, I reckon. And the other one, I'm going to start down the other margin. Yeah, they're very soft, them overnight pellets. It's alright, it's absolutely a brilliant trick for beginners out there. If you're not sure how long to soak your pellets for, I do recommend it, but I like to fine tune things a little bit more. I don't know if they'd be feeding though yet, so soon after spawning.
No, because they go around eating all their eggs.
Yeah, is that what they do?
Yeah. So they spawn.
Bloody hell, how white's that coffee, Dad? Look at this. Look at this absolutely anemic coffee that my dad's got. Let me show you what proper coffee should look like, Dad. 4 pads of milk in. I can't even open mine. Where's your towel? You wash your towel, I don't wash mine. Yeah, good look. Oh, you've done it. Look at that. My hero. Look, this is proper coffee, this.
Yeah, they spawn.
There we go. That's the right colour for coffee, Dad.
Yeah. Too strong.
Hold on, Dad. Go on, what you saying?
Yeah, so they spawn, don't they? And then they'll go round and once they've sort of recovered after a day or two, and they just mop up all the eggs,
Right.
you know, that they can get at.
Mental.
Otherwise, you won't be able to move for carp in these lakes, would you?
Yeah, it's true.
There'd be billions of eggs. So they get just filling themselves up on their own eggs.
Where are you starting off, Dad?
I've got 1/8 aerator and one just a gentle lob towards the side at middle.
You're not trying margin first, no?
No, I probably will do in a little bit.
This margin down here is good for barbel. What do you think our chances are today, Dad? Is it going to be a good day? Are we going to have a few fish?
I think so. I think we catch. Weather's okay.
Yeah, perfect conditions.
You know, for fish.
It's mild.
Maybe not for us, but
No, not for us.
Us, but certainly for fish, yeah.
So
Nice for us to
species that we've got a chance of catching. So we've got a chance of barbel, tench, bream, ide, F1s. They'll be still feeding.
Yeah.
Crucians.
Yeah, crucians.
So plenty of fish to target. It's very quiet so far.
It always is.
It always is. It starts off that way. Till the fish find the feed. Why's your bobbin so far dropped back?
Has it dropped back? It went out that minute.
Maybe worth just tightening up to it.
I didn't do that, did you?
Have you switched your bite alarms on?
No, I haven't. Maybe that's why I didn't.
For f***'s sake. Oh my god.
No,
Absolute professional.
Yeah.
Did I have a fish on that? I don't know, Dad. If you switch your bite alarm on, you might know. Oh dear. Not the best day to be trying out the new WestysAngling shades, is it, Dad?
Well, you find out in the waterproof.
Yeah, well, they're definitely waterproof.
Got a bit of line in that.
Yeah, it will have been. which might mean that they're moving about a bit closer in. Oh my god. Yeah, we are, aren't we? A couple of numpties. I don't know why people like watching us so much. Do you, Dad?
No.
I think it's just for the giveaways. Oh dear. Yeah. Right, so I'm actually going to move this rod. I don't feel confident down there. I don't know what it is. And I was snagged, so it's a good job that I did. It's a good job that I did, folks. Move it. I'm going to get this over to the aerator. I'm going to double load it, get a load of feed out on this first one. Let's put a bit of liquid booster on. What a shame, Dad. He's just lost one. It must have been a little skimmer or an hide.
A little tank. It ripped off.
You know what this is, Dad, don't you? It's clicker death. It's because we've got the clickers out. Absolutely no fish whatsoever. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should have gone down the far end. Well, nobody else has bothered turning up so far today, Dad. Do you blame them? It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's blooming warm.
Yeah, it's really. I'm surprised.
I didn't think
that,
it was going to be this mild, to be honest.
Mind you, though, when we fish here normally, it's a bit before it starts really switching on, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've usually had a couple of fish first thing, so.
Yeah, but they tend to be the carp.
Yeah.
First thing.
And then
they've spawned, or they're in the process of spawning, and you can forget them.
yeah.
And the other fish, it's usually you can get 9, 10 o'clock before they seem to just switch on.
And it's pretty consistent after that, isn't it? We're just trying to we're trying to talk ourselves into what's going to happen.
Had 2 fish.
Yeah, you should have. If you're a better angler, Dad, you'd have been in the lead by now, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, what do you think of my new water bucket? This is about all that's been good for today. This rain is absolutely heaving it down now. No fish on the bank so far. Everything is going to be soaking. Just about got everything under the brolly. Legs are getting a bit wet like. Hopefully it eases off a touch. It was foul look, that. Have you counted it? What a cheater. Foul looked a little wide on the way in. Such a cheat. Well, so far, Dad, you're winning on all 3 counts, not just the one.
Yeah.
You've got the biggest, most species, and most fish. Oh dear me. Makes you wonder if all the fish are in the margin feeding on the carp eggs.
Well, yeah. Could be.
Well, Dad, I'm not sure what's going on today. There's plenty of fish moving about, like they're all splashing about on top. There's carp jumping around, but that can be a bad sign as well, I find, when carp start tail walking on the surface and sorting the swim bladders out, so they're all like splashing about in the margins. That could still be spawning.
Yeah.
It's hard to know. But yeah, really tough day today. I mean, we have had a bit of a temperature drop as well, haven't we? There's a bit of blowing there on the other side of that line. I wonder if they've pushed all the way back into the margins, Dad. Being honest, the fish, I think they've pushed, like you say, back over there. You can see the bubbling. That's a carp.
Yeah.
Over there as well. Well, Dad, I'm thinking that we might just be in the wrong spot today. There's so much fizzing from this top end over here, across near the reeds and stuff. So we might just be in the wrong spot. The spawning might have pushed everything out that way. It's whether we can be bothered to be moving.
I can't.
No, Dad can't. So we'll probably stick it out here. Well, I've seen quite a few patches of fizzing, and I'm going to try and land my feeder on one of the spots. There's one just here near the aerator line, and it's going to be a tight cast to that line. God, we're all weeded up here, but we're going to give it a go. Let's get all that weed off the hook length. Don't want any of that on. That will stop us getting a bite of that. As you can see, it has been hammering it down for the last hour or so. Extremely tough day's fishing today, but we like the challenge. It's something different. Can't be absolutely full on all the time. That's fishing at the end of the day. That's why they call it fishing and not catching. Close.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Nice to meet you, long lad.
Put my rod on my rest. Well, folks, just been talking to one of my subscribers, and apparently it wasn't fishing very well last week either, but there's absolutely tons of blowing going on. There's patches of bubbles coming up here, there and everywhere, aren't there, Dad? Loads of fizzing. So
No, that wind's dropped.
I don't understand why we've not had a bite yet, because the fish are obviously feeding on the bottom and they're moving about.
It's like temperatures breeze that are bubbling,
Yeah.
and it's not the carp. Yeah.
I just don't understand it, Dad. It's very, very strange. Same thing all the time at the minute. What's going on? Dad, I don't understand it. We've had like 6 of them kind of bites today.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
How weird. We never get stuff like that. Is this another one? I reckon that was another one, Dad.
Yeah.
There's something strange going on. I think maybe all the bigger fish aren't feeding, and it's these little eider being allowed to get to the feeder for once.
It could be, yeah.
Which is giving these false bites, or they're not quite hooking themselves.
Yeah, you could be right there, no?
Dad's got a fish on, folks, finally. Tench. Can't have been these that were giving these false bites, Dad. Definitely not.
Yeah. That was it.
So, second fish for you, Dad.
It was a brilliant bite.
We at least use the sided mat, Dad. It was 30 quid that. I want to get my monies out of it because I'm not catching out. Did you do anything different in that cast?
No, nothing.
Hold it up, Dad, because it might be the only fish that we see today. Or proper fish, anyway. Nice tench, Dad.
Yeah.
Two to Papa West. I'm still not sure if I'm allowing you to count that first one, but it's on the clicker now. Go on, put your clicker on, Dad. Well, I'm actually in, folks. I must have had this on for ages, Dad. Weirdly. No? Yeah. Nice one as well. Look at this fish, folks. Lovely ornamental goldfish. It must have been on for ages, that, Dad. Look at that fish, folks. Camera doesn't do it justice. Look at that. What a bonny fish. Little cracker. Chubby thing. Yeah, very strange. Well, that is a very welcome fish on a very tough day, folks. Yeah, it's like you say, they're not going for it today, are they? Because there's no way that goldfish can't lift a 30 gram method feeder, is there? There's no way. Well,
That tench, yeah, they're a brilliant bite, and it was just like a bit of a dead weight bringing it in.
weird. Yeah, very strange days fishing today. That fish has been on probably 10, 15 minutes since that drop back that I had. I am going to try back down that margin again at some point today and see if we can pick up a barbel, because if we get a barbel, that's definitely going to win me biggest fish. Hey up. Yeah, Dad. Can I count that one?
No, it's dead.
It's not dead. Look, it's definitely going to be dead because something's taken a massive chunk out of it. Such strange bites today, Dad. I can't get over it. I can't figure it out, honestly. There's something going on. It's like very tentative.
Yeah, like the fun, but just nibbling at it. You know what I mean?
Answers on a postcard, folks. What do we think the issue is? Must be something to do with spawning. The carp are splashing all the way around the margins still. Doing a lot of tail walking. The smaller fish are feeding very tentatively, but there's patches of bubbles coming up absolutely everywhere. Weather conditions are perfect. Such an odd one. Well, I've just had a bit of a drop back on this one, folks, and I'm not sure whether to actually lift into it, because this is the same thing that happened with the goldfish. I had a big drop back and I just left it. I thought, you know, it's going to go in a second, and it just never went, and the goldfish was still on. So I'm wondering if the same thing's happened there, but I am going to leave it probably 30-40 seconds. But I had a bit of a tug on this one here in the margin as well, so fingers crossed that one will go soon. Might be starting to come alive. Dad said I don't think these clickers have ever been past 2 or 3. As soon as we get the clickers out, it's absolutely game over. I've just lost a nice fish down the edge there. The hook pulled because I was trying to get it away from the root system. I'm pretty sure it would have been a barbel. There's nothing wrong with the hook or the hook length. It's not damaged or anything, so let's get it back down there, and hopefully there's a couple in the swim, but gutted. I had to give it, obviously you've got to give it a load of stick when you're next to a root system like that, because you don't want it getting in, oh no, because you don't want it getting in the roots and getting itself snagged up. That's got that rod bent double. Did you drag okay?
I think it's snagged up.
Right, walk it down and get over the top of it. Has he got you in the reeds and thrown it? If I net it, does that count as my fish? Yeah.
No.
Well done for getting that out. Yeah, I did. Take the net, because I need to watch my rods.
We just think that.
That's a nice tench. It's one of them greeny coloured ones then. Well done. Well, Dad's very slowly taking the lead. I'm still on the goldfish, and my dad's on 3. 2 tench and a little hide. Oh, Dad, that absolutely shot round, didn't it? Oh dear, Dad's just on phone to my mum and it's absolutely ripped round. Dad's cheating again and he's fishing outside of these reeds here out from this peg. He's pulling out all the tricks today. But I've had good days down the side of these pegs here, so we know they're productive. But this is probably a good carp. I don't think a barber would be shooting off on multiple runs like this. That's a babby, that, Dad. You're playing it like it's massive. Need to keep an eye on my rods as well. I don't want that left hand rod going round. Well, that shows you that the carp are feeding. Maybe we should have gone over that other side today, Dad, like you said. They've obviously got spawning out the way, haven't they? That's a nice fish. There you go. Yeah, Dad, take the net. Probably put that about £6, Dad.
Yeah, nice fish, that.
Yeah.
Long.
Nice mercarp.
Oh, yeah, it's a big.
Where was this to, Dad? Other end at fishery again?
Yeah.
Says to me, oh no, I don't want to move. And so what he's doing instead is just casting to the other end of the fishery rather than moving where all the fish are. It's a good bream, that. Meanwhile, I can't do that.
Bad choice, Peg.
Absolute cheater today, folks, honestly.
In it to win it. See, they do work.
Dad's on 5. Rubbing it in as well. Yeah, it is. No, I actually think it's a good bream. Don't think there's any coming back from this defeat though, folks. No, it is a tench. Let's make sure we get this one in the bag. Hey. That was on the Cell Wafter, actually. There we go, folks. Nice tench, eh? Maybe a pound or so? Pound and a half? You think? Alright, let's get it back in the same spot. Oh dear me. The old WestysAngling towel. Yeah, but it's the only one biggest fish. It's not how many of each species are bigger. There we go. What, you want 5?
Yes.
Right. We need to up our game, folks, here now, don't we? Well, folks, we've probably got another hour and a quarter of fishing left, don't we?
Yes.
It's been a really tough day. Very, very tough day. We've literally just managed to nick a few bites, haven't we, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they've not been brilliant bites that we've had.
No.
We've had a number of bites where it's just like they're nipping at the bait or whatever, whether the small fish and the bigger fish are not really feeding, not sure.
I think the bigger fish are in the margins, but still not feeding very readily.
No.
So it has been a struggle today, definitely. Tried a couple of different baits, tried multiple spots, Absolutely gutted I lost that. It was probably a barbel down the margin before, but yeah, I'm on 2 fish, you're on 5.
Yeah, 5.
For a full day's or for a full morning's fishing at least. It's not very good. It's not very productive, especially if we're here at high
No,
A's.
it's not, no.
So there's something definitely amiss. Whether that's something to do with spawning, which I think is more than likely.
I think it is. I think they're either still feeding on the spawn, you
Yeah.
know, and a lot of the bigger fish have come into margins to feed up on spawn and stuff like that.
But not just carp, other species, I think.
Yeah, I think retention bream as well.
But we're going to keep going. Like I said, hopefully I can level out the lead a little bit. So I'm hoping to just get another couple of fish in quick succession. But
I'll shake myself because I'm going to start trying.
you're going to start trying, right? Okay. Let's see. Come on, fish. It's just not happened today, folks. Unfortunately, it's just one of them days. But that's fishing, isn't it, Dad?
Oh yeah, it doesn't always good to plan.
No.
Very rarely
Even for us folks, you know, and you'll see these professionals and you never see them blanking on them videos, do you, Dad?
No, because they bin all them.
We can't bin them. We've not got enough footage to bin them. So no, but honestly though, we'd rather show you that even in perfect conditions you can have days like this. Do you think we'd have caught them up in the water today?
No,
Do you know?
I don't think so, no.
Because there's been patches of bubbles coming up on the bottom, haven't there?
I think we should. I think we made a mistake coming here.
Yeah.
We should have gone on.
Should have fished that far edge. Yeah. But you were stubborn and well, I said at 8 o'clock should we move, and you were like, no.
No.
Why?
Because it's a mile and a half. It's about as far.
You've got your barra.
But it doesn't care. I don't care. You have to make at least 2 trips with everything set up. It's a pain. A real pain. It's not like you're moving to the next pet, is it? You're going all the way around the fishery to get over there.
You're going all the way down to the bottom. Down.
All the way back there.
All the way down this side. All the way around to them pegs.
And we got heavy rain this morning. That would have been right in your face. You'd have been soaked and cold. I think.
Well, do you know what I think it is, Dad?
What, they're useless?
This is what I think it is.
Yeah. Well,
The curse of the clickers.
once I've shown that I've actually won, I'm going to launch back.
You will not be throwing my eBay clicker away.
I'm going to ban you from bringing them. Because every time you do, we have a bad day.
To be fair, Dad, I know exactly. We can count them on our hands.
Yeah, on one hand. You don't even need both of them.
I have just been officially banned from bringing the clickers again. Oh dear. Get this. Even these two know there's not going to be any action. Very comfortable around those rods. Well, Dad, we're coming up on 1/2 now, so that brings us to the end of the challenge and end of the session. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is a session that I want to very quickly forget about and move on from, because it's been an absolute bloody disaster. I mean, we've had a few fish, and you've had a couple of nice fish actually, but it's been tough for this time of year. It's been really tough. We've tried loads of different things. The carp are moving about everywhere. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
but
so a lot of them tail walking.
A lot of you can hear them in the background there, splashing about all over the bloody place. I've not a clue what's going on. But even though it was a really tough session for us, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, eh, Dad?
Yeah, and I won.
Yeah, you won. Marginally. It's only 3 fish. You've hardly pulled away with a massive victory, have you?
I don't know, I've had the most...
And you're doing the most cheating.
Most species, biggest fish.
Most cheating as well. Well, what do you want to say, Dad? How can people support the channel?
Go to your website.
Yeah, and what's the website?
www.westysangling.co.uk.
Yeah, www.westysangling.co.uk. All the baits that we've used in today's video are available on the website, and the new Westys Angling shades, with, you probably can't see it on a GoPro, little Westys Angling engraved logo in the Westys Angling colours. I mean, they're probably not going to want to try the baits after today's session, are they? I can promise you the baits are good, folks. That's fishing at the end of the day.
I've caught all my fish on.
Yeah, you have. You have. You have.
It's just been a tough day. There's not been much coming out all
No,
way
nobody's
around. I know
done
there's
very
not a
well.
lot of anglers on
No.
today, but
Nobody's
been emptying it, that's for certain.
Not at all. Even a guy fishing pole opposite us is struggling, so it's just a tough day all around. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next Westys Angling. I think I'm going to give the fishing maybe a week, 2 weeks off, and just let the carp get the spawning out of the system everywhere and let everywhere settle down a bit. I think that's best. So I'm probably not going to be out on the bank for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm going to let the carp get the spawning out of the way, and we'll reconvene with some different stuff. I am going to stop doing the same thing every single week with the double method feeders, and we're probably going to go back to the supermarket baits, try a couple of more supermarket baits out, so that's something to look forward to. So I just want to say, like I said, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time, won't we, Deb?
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
Right, see you later.